Hello guys, welcome back to the Money Mindset. My name is Lois Odor.
Phineas Temba.
And today we are going to talk about wealth. So what is wealth? So wealth is the accumulation of resources or the value of assets that are owned by either an individual or a community.
And note in the definition, there are three key words there.
Yeah.
We have ownership, we have the value, and we have assets. So if I can describe about assets, assets are things or items whose value keeps on appreciating.
Yeah.
For example, land is a good example of an asset. And another example of an asset,
Even rentals.
Rental houses, public service vehicles.
Yeah.
Those are good examples of assets. And the opposite of asset is liability. Liability are things that take away money from you. Hence, their value keep on depreciating. Like a luxurious car,
Yeah.
a big screen in the house for entertainment, and what have you. I just want to find out what people have been thinking about wealth. Like you, Lois, what did you think about wealth initially?
Like initially I used to think that wealth is just about having money. Like when you have $1 million or $1 billion in your bank account and you have a lot of money, then that means you're wealthy.
But did you know your idea was so wrong?
Yeah.
Because wealth is not even about money.
Yeah.
It's about the ideas that is trapped on the inside.
Yeah.
Like take a good example of a few people that I'll mention. Like someone like Bill Gates, of which I know you know him.
Yeah.
Is the owner of Microsoft. Bill Gates had an idea initially of creating Microsoft. So it is the idea of Microsoft that is giving him value.
Yeah.
Take a look like someone like Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Amazon is a platform whereby it links the buyers and the sellers. So the Amazon is like a product that is giving Jeff value. The other example is Mark Zuckerberg, who is the owner of Facebook. It is the Facebook idea that is making Mark become valuable in the market. So all these people initially had an idea in their mind that is giving them value in the market. So wealth, if I can describe it in simple terms, wealth is all about ideas that are trapped on the inside.
Yes, and that idea is so powerful.
So powerful than any other thing.
Yes. And because it is your idea that will determine your mentality, and it is your mentality that will determine where you'll be categorized in the society. And that is why, because of that idea, you can be able to differentiate between someone who is poor, someone who is rich, and someone who is wealthy. Like when you look at the poor people, what do they usually talk about?
Always complain about money. Always wish they had more money.
Wish they had money. They say that they don't have money. The government is they're always complaining about money.
Keep on praying about money, wishing they had a raise in their job.
And when you look at rich people,
these are the category of people who always talk about things that they own. Like, this is my car.
And most of the time they're just liabilities.
Look at my television.
Look at my
house. Do you like my bag? You see?
I have the biggest, house, the biggest TV. And these are people, when you sit down with them, they always discourage you in life because they always want to tell you what they have so that you can feel you don't have it. I have a car, I have a Mercedes. While you're driving, I don't know which kind of a car. So they always talk about what they have.
But when you come to the wealthy people, these people are totally different. These people, when you sit down with them, they normally talk about ideas. They are full of ideas in their mind. They always think of what they can do to generate more wealth. Now that is the difference between these people.
Like these are the kind of people, like when you sit down, they'll start talking to you about things like, what if we can start some real estate? We can really like, what if we buy a land and then when it appreciates one day we'll sell it? Like they think of ideas that can be able to generate you more. Yeah. Like, do you remember this story of Miles, when Miles went for a date with Bill Gates,
the richest man in the world?
Bill Gates, yeah.
Bill Gates.
And he was shocked to see that when Bill Gates arrived there, he came with a t-shirt and blue jeans. Like, he was so simple. He wasn't coming to show off that because I'm the richest man, I'm coming with the biggest car and I'm coming dressed in a suit. Do you know, like, most of the time the rich people are the ones that dress simple, and the poor people are the ones that are really trying to exaggerate. So he came in so simple.
So in other words, he didn't have to explain that he has money.
Yeah, you don't have to show everyone that you have money. Yeah.
And another thing, if you get a chance to visit any wealthy person within your society, try to ask questions. Don't try to describe and explain yourself. Ask more questions and find out, what has this person been doing that I can copy and try it elsewhere, so that I can imitate that person and become wealthy as well. Yeah,
like for example, the time that Bill Gates met with Miles, do you remember what Miles asked him?
He asked him why he left IBM.
Yeah. And what did he say?
He said that I'm a man of ideas. Therefore, I can't be stuck in a board because my mind is exploding with ideas that I need to put them into practice.
So that is it. Like when you sit down with someone like who is wealthy, most of the time you should be able to, but because most of the time you find that they're usually quiet. These people are wealthy. They won't start praising and starting telling you what they have.
Because
they're usually
they
quiet.
know they have them.
So
they don't have to explain to
so you as an individual just have to be ready to ask questions. And besides financial wealth, we have other types of wealth that are so much more important. Like for example, when it comes to social wealth, this is the relationship that you have with other people. Like for example, your family members, your neighbors, your friends. They usually say, be good to everyone, because you don't know who will be holding your future someday. So just be good to everyone, be positive to everyone, because at times, like for example, the example that people usually say that you might be ending up in an office for an interview, and then you find someone that you hate, the person that is going to interview you.
Then there is the spiritual wealth. This is the type of wealth whereby it is based on your intimacy with God. And there is a famous verse of Jesus once said that what will profit a man having the whole world and losing his soul? So it means, as we live on this universe, since we are just passerbys, we are supposed to focus on our intimacy with God, so that our soul shall be rescued even if we die. And we also have generational wealth. And there's a verse that says a good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. And you should be able to determine that your grandchildren can be able to benefit from something that you are doing right now. Like, that's why we're saying you should be able to gain assets. Like, for example, having a real estate. So that this is something that you can be able to pass to your children and pass to your grandchildren. And this is so important because at times we find that we live in families whereby we just want to remain poor. And then there is this physical wealth. It is a good type of wealth whereby it focuses on your personal health. If you drink, if you smoke, if you don't exercise, if you listen to toxic conversations, just know that you are poor physically, because it is everything that you feed in your body that will determine the value of your physical wealth. By the grace of God, I have never been admitted in any hospital because I'm very watchful and very cautious of whatever I take inside my body. And it should be both your body and your mind, because you can have millions and billions of dollars, but your mind is rotten.
So we are going to discuss all these types of wealth in the next episode, and we are going to go deep into all the types of wealth. So make sure that you stay tuned so that you can watch that episode.
Please remember to catch us every Monday and Friday at 7 p.m. East African time.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any other video whenever we post it.
Thank you for watching The Money Mindset. Continue thinking big. Salute.